Hey, Bucks, is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support that y'all are constantly giving me through dropping the beautiful comments, sending vibes, as well as sharing the insight that I choose to project. Is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel that the videos are uplifting or just give you good vibes that, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and need spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It is truly a blessing. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And I'm still listening to the same music I was listening to from the last 4 or 5 videos I've done. But this one is about Twin Flame 101. Mercury Retrograde makes the cloudiness turn into the clarity. What's the insight? What is the insight telling you? And it's so true. A lot of times we hate around Mercury retrograde. It just seems like as soon as it stops, it's right back around the corner again. I'm like, God, dog, didn't we just finish with Mercury retrograde? Because a lot of times they always tell you, hey, don't make any decision on big situations that you are trying to partake in. Never sign any documents that, maybe you can put it out for later. Understand that there are going to be sometimes that, people are going to bump heads with you. The energy could be very, it can be fluctuating, but it also can run against each other as well. But also at these times when you're trying to make sense to certain things that you are moving forward within your path of mission, of knowing yourself, there's always parts of ourselves that's been kept in the shadows until certain situations take place, or there are certain things that you're searching for within yourself that is needing to take place. And a lot of times we have to go through certain things in our lives for it to be able to make sense. We end up, a lot of times what we tend to search for is already coming from within, and they always want you to be able to know that within yourself. There's a lot more things that are taking place that, it could have been so frustrating before, like, why am I not doing this, and why is this not happening, and why is it taking forever for certain things to take place? And then when you allow yourself to not be fixated on frustrating situations or projecting out that it's something that you're just not going to understand, you're just not going to be able to get that answer you're looking for, usually it's like you're placing resistance up and you're creating that as your reality. I have to always learn from my own mistakes, and I can appreciate those as well, and being honest about yourself. And then it gives that clarity that you needed. Certain things had to take place in your life to show you what needed to change. What did you need to change your focus on? What you need to allow yourself to focus on? What you need to disconnect from? What you need to forgive? What you need to get that understanding as well as compassion towards everything that is taking place in your life. It feels like we're on a road of redemption, ultimate salvation, and it can be a beautiful thing if you choose to look at it, is that because you're running against, a lot of time you are running a race against yourself and don't know how much you have hold yourself back from. And those are the things that is giving you that insight of power. They'll make you achieve things that you never thought you could. You can be way ahead of the game. You might put yourself on one certain goal and you surpass that, and that'll be a beautiful thing. There's so many different things that I look at in my life that used to be so confusing to me, but then when I allowed myself to step out my own way of progression of the process, there's regression, whatever, I allowed myself to see those things, and it's just like, wow, how easy those things came to me when I looked in the right direction. It's all about how you choose to look at everything that unfolds in your life. If you look at it in a negative way, that's all you're going to find is negative vibes. All you're going to have is a negative experience, a negative reality, because that's what you're creating. They always tell you your mind is a very powerful weapon. That's the reason why people, try to dig into it, try to manipulate you with your own thoughts and, how you feel about yourself, or even what you're trying to go on. It's just so many different things that I can say I learned a lot from, even when I'm not exactly where I want to be. And it's not saying that I won't, but I can see the deeper understanding from why certain things took place in my life, and it's just being able to see that, when you allow yourself to see change and, allowing yourself to not go against change, you will see how everything done changed place for you, just how you present yourself, just about what you say, like I always tell people, it's good to be happy about the things that you're going towards, but not everybody gonna be happy for you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, if you don't have that and set in stone, and this is something that you're on that verge to create, and you wonder why it's not happening for you, because you announced it prematurely. And a lot of times, even it could be somebody who really supports you, but they see that you going further than they did, and just for that energy that they had of being competitive with you, instead of being that person that, instead of being competition with you, you can say, you know what, you inspire me to want to do better. But some people, they make that out as competition, and it ends up blocking your thing, the things that you're working hard to, receive into your life. You're learning a lot of lessons in your life. You have to be very careful about the weaknesses you tend to want to tell people about. Some things you have to just keep to yourself, because some people love to use it against you. Being able to understand, don't rush a process within your life. Everything is unfolding in its own way. Just trust the process. You have to be able to do that. And sometimes you got to remind yourself that frequently, especially if things are not going right for you. It's like some things could be very cloudy for you, but it's up to you to be able to invest in making that first step. You can complain all day about certain things that's going on in your life you cannot stand. But if you are not, you have to be able to answer yourself. It's like, are you doing what it takes to get out of that situation? Are you making the initial steps to be able to allow yourself to go further? Or you're holding yourself back, talking about the things that are taking place in your life, and you're not placing that physical change into it. If you want to manifest anything, you can't just write it on a piece of paper saying, hey, I want to manifest this in my life, when you're not putting in the initial work for these things to be a manifest in your life. There are certain things that I used to get very frustrated about on why certain things are going through it, and then they always take me back to that time when I was able to manifest anything without even, when it wasn't even really that important. I was doing it then. But now when it's in that dire need to do it, I'm making excuses up for what I'm not doing that I've done before. And the only person I can get mad at is myself, So it's just like so many different things that's coming to you right now, whether if it's not coming through you from you connecting with someone, or you may be on social media where somebody may be talking about certain things that you're requesting for in your life that is giving you that deeper understanding, or it is something that you stumble upon, you have that epiphany. Or, there are certain things that'll just come up in your head. It's like, Dad, why didn't I figure that out before? Because there's sometimes we held tight with that cloudiness in there. We created that own confusion. We don't realize that at times. We can really create that. When you're looking for the simplest answer to be able to get through certain confusion in your life, you tend to you always look at the problem and not trying to create a solution from that problem. There's always a way around things. It was just like when somebody say no, that means don't stop. There's another opportunity waiting out there for you. You got to be able to know, how bad do you want things to happen for you? Are you willing to go all in for yourself? And I mean, go in like you have never gone before. And I always say that now when I remind myself as well, if there are certain things in your life that you never was able to achieve before, or you're wanting to invest in your life, you have to be willing to make those sacrifices as well as choices to make this, to be this your reality for this to take place in your life. And all these things, is Mercury retrograde to start messing up your electronics. Even you may even get misunderstood on a text message, and this stuff is all you going against somebody, be like, Dad, where did this come from? And start a whole argument. Like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? It's all these different things, because a lot of times there's certain things you really shouldn't be invested in right now. Do what is more important for you and your life and your well-being on what you're trying to do. And other things you have to just allow yourself to say, you know what, I'm gonna put in that inner work, or I'm gonna allow myself to be that spiritual conduit for whatever universe is bringing to me, and allow other things to just unfold for where it is. Even if I'm having issues with other people and other situations, universe is going to tell you, hey, it's going to fix itself, but just stay focused on what you're needing to do. You already know what changes you need to make, take way in, but you only person that can go serious for you is only you. Who you looking for to save you? You. It always starts with you. Live it, breathe it. What is it? Live it, breathe it, be it. Trent Shelton said that the best. You have to be able to do that. You have to go harder for yourself, harder than you ever went before. Because there's so many different situations. They may have been very cloudy for you. But now when you're allowing yourself to be open towards source and creator, whoever else that you choose to, give praise and appreciation to, they'll give you the initial needs that you need. They're going to give you that love and blessing that you need. And you'll start noticing the way you're manifesting things. It could be the most littlest things, and you just don't really see how that is manifesting for you. I could have a thought about somebody, and next thing you know, it's just like, dang, I want to be able to collaborate with this person. Next thing you know, the person will either call me or text me the next day about the same insight that I was already putting out on the table. Because the universe knows when you want to make positive changes in your life, and you want to progress in a challenge, not in a challenging way, but in a positive way. And they know the people they're sending towards your way is going to make sure you achieve that, or you can achieve that with them as well. Oh, they'll go all the way out for you, because they see this is what you're wanting to do. When I sit up here and put my best foot forward and said something today, what I was going to do, all of a sudden that mess unfolded for me. I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have to be like that with yourself, because you are growing. You are learning a lot more than you were able to learn yesterday. You're knowing a lot more than you did yesterday. Yes, you may be dealing with some, really struggling circumstances right now, but that don't mean it's going to remain that way. When you're allowing yourself to not go against the wave, never try to swim upstream when that daggone current coming down, because you gonna get hurt, you gonna transition, you gonna tire yourself out. So you have to be able to go with the current instead of walking against it. And a lot of times we don't understand that's what we do. So all these different things is open up endless possibilities for you when you allowing yourself, especially around these moon phases, whatever is strong for you, and this is a positive decision, you can allow yourself to, do like a full moon ritual by sitting up here saying, these are the goals that I want to take, or even having an affirmation when you can sit up here and write down your goals. And then you can even paste this to your favorite cup, and you can drink water from it. So it's just like you're ingesting, your manifestations, all of them, if they're positive. If you're trying to do something to hurt somebody or block somebody, you just don't know how they'll mess up your whole path. Don't do that. If anything that is willing to, you want to understand, you want to heal yourself from different tragedies that you can't allow yourself to, you're frustrating yourself by not letting go. You place that in intention by being able to say, what, I want my life. I already know my life ain't going to have all good days, all bad days, but give me the strength to live through that day. Allow me to see every positive thing, even when the days aren't going good. There's at least about 2 or 3 positive things I can be thankful for. And when we're allowing ourselves, even when things aren't going as well as we thought they were, just being grateful and sending that to, the universe, like, hey, I know I may not have gotten everything that I wanted, but you're allowing me to be blessed with everything I need. When you start showing that, that gratitude of, the attitude of gratitude, even for the littlest things, we're letting them know, hey, even when we just gave them this little bit, they were appreciating those little things. and you're appreciating, just to help them see through this day, even when they were struggling. There was so many different roadblocks that was going on. When you're sending all this vibration up to them, you're going to bring that right back. Whatever you pushing out towards the universe, even when you're helping somebody else, it doesn't have to be monetarily, but it can be emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You can be that light worker that that person was praying for, or you bringing an answer that person was looking for. All these different things is coming out to where your clarity, your cloudiness is starting to turn into a powerful clarity. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Twan Jr., Dolman family, Dan Jacobson, as well as Crystal Wardrip. Much love to you as well, and Stephen White. If you're new to the channel, much love to you. So good to have you. Make sure you drop me a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. I always leave my contact information in the description box below in case you want to just share some insight with me, your views of experience, or even if you have questions or curious about anything along your path, as well as your spiritual path or whatever, and it's just to be networking. So I hope you will be able to connect with me. Anything that you have needed help with when it comes to your spiritual or just giving that insight is always confidential. I forgot to say that on other few videos. I'll say it's always confidential. So I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Please be responsible at every single thing you do. And even through your manifestations, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined. It comes sooner than you expected it. Keep working hard. Make very good choices. Allow yourself to move on. Made me think about Bailey Syrian, which said it make good choices. Yes, but you do need to make good choices. Make sure you show appreciation on every single day. Even if you have a bad day, find a blessing that you can really be grateful for within that day. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, worth vibe frequencies. You never know, all those things that can really take somebody a long way. And I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be safe, and I'll talk to you on my next video. Much love. Peace.